Well, hello everyone, it's me, Christine again. Or should I say, I've seen some comments from you guys asking me to do my nails in reverse, and I thought, I absolutely hate that idea. I must do it. I've also seen some booty gurus do their makeup in reverse, so I guess it has become somewhat of a trend here on YouTube. But I feel like this trend started decades ago because I remember back in elementary school when it was backwards day or opposite day. Did anyone else used to wear their clothes backwards or their hat backwards or do stupid things like eat dinner for breakfast or say goodbye instead of hello? Write your name backwards on your chest? Did you know that January 31st is backwards day? Wow, I can't wait to leave work at 8 a.m. Hey, what's tea backwards? E-A-T. Eat. Man, get me some food. Anyways, I am curious though for nails, what it means to do your nails backwards. I think there's a few different ways we could interpret doing our nails in reverse, but the most literal way for me would be using a base coat as a top coat and using your top coat as your base coat. So let me start by doing the steps of a manicure literally in reverse. First, we're gonna have to peel. Backwards day hasn't started yet, okay? It starts when I peel these off. Alright, so my nails are nice and naked, and now I'm gonna start my manicure with a quick dry glossy taco by Holo Taco. Wait, what? That's right, peeps. We are bringing you an essential step for all your beautiful manicures, a nice thick glossy taco. After months and months of testing, we are releasing not just one, but 2 glossy taco options. And that's top coat in my language, in case you prefer English. They are available now at holotaco.com or the link down below in the video description box. First up, we've got Glossy Taco. She's a 5 free top coat that will seal in your manicure and make it nice and thick and glossy. I would go so far as saying that it's the best quick dry 5 free top coat that I've ever used. And we also have Super Glossy Taco, a super quick dry formula that dries and sets your nail polish with a rock hard glass-like seal. It is not 5 free, so if that's important to you, then stick with the regular Glossy Taco. Super Glossy Taco is the kind of glossy taco that you'd use before adding nail vinyls next, if you know what I mean. Now, I wanted to make sure we gave you guys both of these top coat options, and whichever you decide is right for you, using a glossy taco is such an important step in finishing off your manicure for so many reasons. A glossy taco will dry and seal your nails, which you definitely want, because if you've ever painted your nails without adding a quick dry top coat, then you know. Life is messy without a quick dry top coat. No taco is a big no-no. A glossy taco will help prevent your polish from chipping, and it will help keep your manicure on longer. And it brings out the holo in our Holo tacos, which is highly important, obviously. I can't wait for you guys to finally get your hands on them. They are available now on our website, holotaco.com, or the link is down below. This is exciting. Finally, you can use what I'm using. All right, let's see how Super Glossy Taco works as a base coat. I mean, it looks nice. Super glossy and shiny, and I could leave the house like this if I wanted. But I wouldn't leave the house without Holo. So, the second to last thing I would do in the average normal manicure to myself would be add a Holo taco. Alright, give me some Holo. Alright, now that my super glossy taco is dry, and we are using Flakie Holo taco. This kind of looks nice. A naked nail with a dash of Holo taco. Very sexy. Now the next step would be to add my base color. Oftentimes I use a dark base, but if I put black on top of this, you'll just see nothing. So I want to try a lighter base color. Let's try this bleached peach neon creme. Yeah. Doesn't look like we're gonna see any hollow through. Hey, it's like I'm wearing hollow underwear. It's my little secret. That's okay, because I think the biggest research question I have personally in doing my nails in reverse is, does a base coat work as a top coat? And does a top coat work as a base coat? So we're gonna be able to test that regardless of the hollowed taco in between. And now I'm gonna put a base coat on top of my manicure. I think trying this with a regular base coat, like a long-lasting base coat, is the most standard way to test this, because it would be the fairest way to help us answer the question, does a base coat work as a top coat? But at the same time, I'm still curious how a peel-off base coat would work as a top coat. So I'm gonna use both. Always overcomplicating things. Yes, hi. So I'm using a peel-off base coat as a top coat on these two nails, but I suspect this will behave a lot differently than a regular long-lasting base coat, because peel-off base coats are usually water-based solutions that help the nail polish peel off. So what is it gonna do on top of my nail? Will this seal the manicure at all? Will it make the top layer of nail polish peel off even though it's on top of the polish? This is information that no one needs to know except me. And over here, we're using a regular long-lasting base coat. I predict that the long-lasting base coat probably won't appear much different than a top coat, just less shiny, but we'll find out. We're gonna have to give this some time to see how each base coat works as a top coat, so I'll check in with you later on that. Both base coats are dry to the touch. And then I did a lot of things with my nails. I chopped the vegetables, I cleaned the kitchen things, and later that night it was clear that the peel-off base coat was losing as a top coat. She became matte within a few hours, she dented very easily, and it literally started collecting dust or cat hair. Whatever it was sticking to my nails. And that kind of makes sense, because a peel-off base coat is designed to stick like an under seal to your nail polish, which you would under normal circumstances, then pop off like a peely shell. Except now my peel-off base coat is on top of my nails and it's sticking to random things I touch in life. I am dirty. I am unsanitary. The long-lasting base coat, on the other hand, was holding up okay. It was still shiny, it was not collecting dust, however I was able to dent in my nails even several hours after applying. The next day I went to work with these nails. I went to the gym with these nails. Yes, that's me, I'm a badass bitch. And I showered with these nails. Surprisingly, both base coats held up through all of that. And although the peel-off base coat as top coat nails were definitely matte looking, the fuzzies from yesterday are mysteriously gone. I guess the shower cleaned them up. I tried to scrape up the peel-off base coat nail and see if it would actually peel, but I guess it doesn't really work that way. It's kind of like underwear maybe. It has to be worn under something, or else what's the point? The long-lasting base coat as top coat still looked pretty good. Obviously, it's not as thick or as smooth as a real glossy taco, but it was glossy enough, I guess, and it didn't dent on day 2. And so, in conclusion, I think if you had to, you could use a long-lasting base coat as a top coat if for some reason you lost your glossy taco in a battle, as long as the long-lasting base coat dries clear and shiny. That being said, I only wore these nails for 2 days, so it's possible that on day 3, you might have regretted everything. My advice is to stick to wearing your top coat as your top coat and your base coat as your base coat. It's just like shampoo and conditioner. They both have 2 very different purposes. Just follow the directions, you know? So this was a literal interpretation of doing a manicure backwards. But there is more of an artistic interpretation of what it means to do nail art techniques in reverse, such as the reverse gradient. A reverse gradient, or a reciprocal gradient as some nail artists call it, is when you have 2 of the same gradients, usually the same color scheme, going opposite directions of each other, usually with the use of nail vinyls. I've done this technique a couple times before. It's one of my favorite nail art techniques. I think it looks really cool. It's like an optical illusion on your nails. To achieve a reverse gradient, you basically have to do a gradient one direction first using a sponge, then you seal that with a quick dry glossy taco, let it dry, then you'll put on nail vinyls to make a pattern, and then you'll do the same gradient as the first gradient, but going in the opposite direction on top of the nail vinyls. After you peel the vinyls up, you get a really, really cool looking optical illusion style nail art. This technique can be very time consuming, but I think it's worth it because it has everyone wondering, how the hell did you do that? I have a few videos that show how I've done reverse style gradients, so I'll leave some links to those down below if you want to check them out. Now, what other artistic interpretations are there? of nail art in reverse. What about, speaking of nail vinyls, you know how typically you would put a nail vinyl down, put a color over top of it, and then peel it off to reveal a stencil? What if you didn't peel the nail vinyls off? Shocking, I know. Let's try that out. Just start off with the regular base coat. So let's stick the vinyl down on my nail, and we'll trim this edge off so it sits flush. I'm thinking is when I put the polish over top of the vinyl and we don't peel it off, it'll look like an embossed stencil look. All right, now we're gonna put our nail polish on top of the vinyl. And now we're gonna let the vinyl dry inside of the polish. This is the opposite of the advice I would give. Normally I would say peel that vinyl up right away. Do not hesitate. It's actually not that bad. As long as the vinyl doesn't start popping off, this could actually be a cool concept. It's a little bit 3D, a little embossed, and a little Martha Stewart. And you could definitely play around with different types of nail vinyls to use underneath as well. It's kind of an interesting concept though. It's similar to what some gel manicurists do, where they put dots of gel and then cure it and then add a color over top to get kind of like a 3D dot effect on the nail. Actually, I did that once when I did multi-chrome raindrop nails using gel. Anyways, would you like to see what happens to the trapped nail vinyl the next day? Well, for starters, the nail polish started chipping off part of the vinyl, and now I'm going to peel 24 hours later. To say this was painful but also very satisfying. Painful because the polish broke off in tiny little dried paint chips everywhere, but satisfying because this kind of looks cool. Hey, look, it's negative space nail art. I don't think I've ever done that before, intentionally anyways. So there you have it. This is what happens when you don't peel off the nail vinyl until a day later. So there's another kind of, not necessarily backwards, but inverse nail art technique that I've seen, where you paint the underside of your nails. This actually was a trend that I'd seen going around for some time. And did you know that in 2014, Christian Louboutin came out with a nail polish with a smaller brush specifically designed to paint the underside of your nails? It was called the Loubi Under Red Nail Color Pen. What an awful name. The Loubi. No. And no, I don't have it. The last place I want nail polish is wedged underneath my nail, making my skin adhere to my nail. It does look cool though, I'm not gonna lie. It does look really good on people with long nails. On the other hand, you have to have long enough nails, obviously, for this to work. So, sorry, other hand, but you don't measure up. So let's try this on my main hand. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put some nail oil under my nails, because I feel like this will help protect against the nail polish sticking to my skin. Maybe it'll be easier to rub the polish off. But now I need to take the oil off the underside of my nail so the nail polish will stick. Fuck. Man. It's hard thinking backwards, you know? You know how you've seen in movies where cops ask someone who they think is intoxicated to recite the alphabet backwards, as if that's going to prove that they're not drunk? I feel like that test is unfair because even when I'm not drunk, it is hard to recite the alphabet backwards. Like, I need to write it down first. Sometimes I wish I could be like Benjamin Button and just live my life backwards. Start off as a really old lady. And then end as an innocent child. I feel like most big YouTubers live their lives backwards because the peak of their success happens when they're so young, and then they just get less and less popular and less rich as they get older. One day, I'm gonna write a book. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not writing a book. On average, it's true. Not for everyone, but on average. All right, where were we? Oh yes, painting the underside of my nails red. So I've taken a paintbrush that's a bit smaller and easier to handle than a nail polish brush. And we're gonna attempt this very carefully. Oh, it puddled at the bottom. No! Oh, this looks like I really hurt myself. This looks like someone tried to rip off my nail and now I'm bleeding. Shit, YouTube's gonna pick this up for serious injury and blood and demonetize this video. Wouldn't be the first time. This is so weird and does not look right. Red was a bad choice. Red was a bad choice. If anything asks what happened to me, I'll just say it's designer. Right? Is that what people say to excuse how ridiculous they look? No! Actually, it doesn't look so bad from far away, but up close. No. Just no. Ready? What do you think of my nails? Red. I mean, at least I picked a red holo, so I can say Holo from the other side. So that was a few ways of doing my nails backwards. Wow, what a beautiful manicure, Christy. Is it worth it? Let me search it. Do my nail art backwards and reverse it. Do you guys have any more ideas for what it would mean to do your nails backwards or nail art in reverse? Leave me a comment down below. And don't forget, if you've been searching for that perfect quick dry glossy taco to keep your manicure on for a long time and keep your nails looking glossy, shiny, and so excited to start bringing you guys some nail fundamentals with Holo Taco, some absolutely must-haves for your nails. Check them out, the link is below. And if you would like to know how to use a top coat, definitely don't do what I did in this video because it's not a base coat, it's a top coat. Alright everybody, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and then watch this video in reverse, just for fun. Should I play my outro backwards? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!